Pardon? Hopefully we'll see a few of these in the next week or so, and I'll be able to give them a little present between the eyes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The biggest pest on the planet's those bloody pigs.
I am.
This is Tony. Tony pulled up and we're fairly like-minded, so we hit it off pretty much straight away. And we had a cuppa and a bit of a chat, and he's about to hit the road, but legend. Down from South Valley, no?
That's South Gippsland.
South Gippsland. He's cruising around with a mate that's 600 k's or something in front of him, but doesn't sound like he's too close. But he's having a good time and he's a legend, so all the best on your travels, Tone.
Cheers, mate.
All right,
Thank
bro. You enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Cheers. Young Tone just pulled up here and we had a chat for half an hour and shared him a cuppa, and he's a very like-minded man. He's a good fella. He's cruising around with a mate that's hundreds of kilometres in front of him, and it was really nice talking to you, Tony, when you look at this probably tonight or tomorrow morning, and safe travels, mate. We wish you all the best. Cheers. Nice talking to you. Hey, come in. Get in. Quick. Garrett. Quick. Come in. She's seen better days, this old girl. Probably someone that's broken down on the side of the road, and sadly they end up like this. So we've got a mine straight over the road. We're 20 k's out of Mount Isa. We'll be in Mount Isa in probably 15 minutes once we get going again, or less. And I've got to catch up with the bloke Tony, because Tony that you've seen in the previous in the earlier footage on his Harley travelling around. When we drove out, we found a phone on the ground out the driveway, and I went through it and it's Tony. So he'll either ring the phone and I'll get him, or I'll run into him in Mount Isa or down further. But Tony, if you see this on YouTube, mate, I've got your phone. So all you gotta do is get in contact with me or ring your own phone, and we'll get it back to you. But yeah, there's a mine over the road. They're mining silver. So we're going in for a look from up above. So we'll go and have a look. It's quite big, and I want to see what it looks like. So that was the George Fisher mine, and they're mining for silver. There's quite a few different products up there. You can see in the pit, there's different products, and there's a waste division up the back. You would have seen that on the drone as well. Right up the back there, you see all different coloured soils. So They do use some of it. A lot of it's just landfill, and it's the silver that they want out here. But I got really lucky then with the drone. I was on my way back after just filming the main entrance there, and I'd already been warned that the battery was getting low, and I turned it off just so I could go and get the sign and that last loop. And as it got back near the car, all the controls and everything turned off, and I got lucky. It come down, it landed in my hand. But it will not crash. That's the beauty of these drones. The technology overrides how low the battery gets. It'll bring it back and land it before it'll crash. They're a great little device, and it's taught me a lot of things as well, but with electronics and the way of the world, believe it or not, with electronic signals and frequencies, and it's brilliant. So I highly recommend it, even if it's just for fun or a hobby, or if you travel, or if you want to update your footage on your own phone with your family and things that you do. I highly recommend a drone, and a good quality one. A DJI Air 2S is the best. I've researched them all. The best value for money and the smartest drone on the market, with probably near the best camera. DJI Air 2S, they are gold. Well, like I said a minute ago, we're 20 k's out of Mount Isa. We'll be there in 10 or 15 minutes. But on our trip from Western Australia right up until now, there's literally hundreds of millions of these termite dung mounds. Yeah, you heard me right. It's the crap that comes out of their backside. They eat all the wood out there in the bush and different things, and they poo and make these termite mounds. So we've seen a bit of humour along the way on the side of the road, where people are putting their t-shirts on them and a dress or whatever, and we've seen one or two with hats, but Margaret just decided to make her own. I'm going to show you, and it's turned out a bit better than what we thought, and we've both donated our hats to the the termite mound community. So as you can see, it's got two heads, like some of the people down south, and we're going to see them pretty soon because they're bloody legends, and Tasmania is gorgeous. Right, so we made it. We're in Mount Isa. That's the Mount Isa mine over the road there. They're mining silver, lead, and zinc. So I'm going to put the drone up. I've just had a look. It's authorised. I can fly the drone over, give you a little look. While we're up there, I'll give you a look at Mount Isa. It's a fairly big town, Mount Isa, and it thrives and runs on mining. Hey, how big was that pit? That'll be a few 100 metres deep. That's a very, very big mining pit, that one. They do come a lot bigger in the gold mines and whatever, Western Australia, but here in Kalgoorlie, that's the biggest mine here. We're almost in the CBD. It's the heartbeat of the town. But Marge just tells me she wants to get a pie at the bakery, so I said research it so we don't have to drive around too much. She's in the car looking now. We're going for a pie at the bakery. That'll be yum. Another dry river. Well, there's a little bit of water in it, but not much. There's a bit of memorabilia for the Royal Flying Doctor Service. Australia, and it wouldn't be the same without those talented people. Some of them are volunteers. Wonderful. I think Curdy wants a pie, or a party pie. What do you reckon, Mum?
I think he does, and he dragged me all the way here.
Yeah, he just dragged Margaret down. He must know it's lunchtime.
Hungry? Want a party pie? Party pie and donuts? That pie going everywhere. Good on his face.
Looks like he's enjoying his pie.
You want that one? Which one? Pick him up. You want that one?
Come in.
Get
Get your pig.
Get your pig. I don't think he's got. He doesn't squeak. At least he does.
It's Kurt's favourite shops, Kmart. Well, after ringing about 10 mechanics and welders and all sorts, the miners, Mate Mechanical over there, are about to weld the exhaust on our car. That's them, the Repco boys. I've just disconnected the caravan. Oh, and if you didn't see it on the last couple of movies, the exhaust bracket's got a big break in it, so the boys here are going to sort it out, put it on the hoist and weld it up for us. Here we are, back in the workshop, second time on this road trip. Not too bad, day 117 with nearly 20,000 Ks under our belt, twice in the workshop. We're doing all right. Be out of here in 5 minutes. If you ever get to Mount Isa and you need help, you get in here and you see Lawrence. He's a really nice guy, and he was only too happy to help us out and fix our exhaust. It's a nice wrap / paint job on the police car. It actually looks quite good. These guys are going to have their work cut out from this weekend. We've come into Mount Isa and we've already been told a few times that it's the busiest weekend of the year. For the next 4 days, they got rodeos round the clock. So Margaret and I are going to suss that out later and see if we can get in and get tickets and all that sort of stuff. But the boys in blue have got their work cut out for them. I see them out on the highway where we just had the car fixed, pulling people over left, right and centre. And yeah, it's going to be busy here for the next 4 days. So we've just come into BCF to get some of these new Crocs. Dale, when you're looking, I took your advice, mate. I've just met this lovely young lady, Charisse, at BCF that gives me nothing but good advice. And Charisse is going to fill our gas bottles up in the morning. So we'll see you then. We'll be back for some more specials, hopefully. Thanks, Charisse. So the phone that we found earlier at our overnight stay, the free camp, the fella on the motorbike, Tony, we found him. He got on, I got onto his wife, I got on his phone, got onto his wife, and she got back onto him via another mate's number. And Tony's getting his phone back in Townsville in about 3 days when we get there. And he rang me later on this afternoon with off his mate's phone, and he was excited. He reckons when I get there we're going to have a couple of frothies. So, you know, I can't see anything wrong with that. Hey, a couple of frothies with me mate Tony that I only met this morning. Shit, he was a nice bloke though, but yeah, he's all good. I'll get his phone back to him. Well, this is where the rodeo's held. It's right in the middle of the racetrack. You can see the horses coming around that corner right now. Yeah, so what a complex. The biggest day of the year is today and the next 3 days in Mount Isa for the rodeos. Have a look at the following these guys have got. It is huge. Margaret and I are up at the local lookout. There's a few nice paintings over there. Makes it hard to see with the sun over the back, but yeah, just in case you're wondering, my new Crocs are very, very, very comfortable. Yeah, pretty happy with my new Crocs, thanks to my mate Chelsea down at BCF. Thanks, love, you're a champion. It was very nice to meet you. And beautiful paintings. Yeah, so we'll, I reckon we'll try and get to that rodeo later on. Whether it's tonight or next couple of nights, doesn't matter. Margaret just bought a cooked chook and some salad and everything, so there's dinner tonight and lunch tomorrow. But the detail in all these photos is magic. This is the other side of the lookout. This is Mount Eliza. You can see these fellas here, the trucks up here do not stop. They are on the road day and night. Yeah, so this is Mount Eliza. We'll be here for a couple of days. Over there's where that big mine is, where I threw the drone over before. That was a bit of fun. You can see the scale of the holes in the ground, etc. It's dinner time for me, and I'm going to wrap it up for today. But if you noticed, I got a nice little wound on my eye here. I made an honest mistake last night with that firearm. The lights that were shining up the target were going flat, and I had trouble seeing the target in the scope. And by the time I'd moved around and tried to rearrange the lighting and all that, It's in yesterday's movie. I didn't quite have the butt of the gun up against my shoulder. I became a little bit complacent. I was that focused on the target and the lights going out and all that sort of stuff. When I finally got it all lined up, the butt wasn't on my shoulder and the gun come back about that far and whacked me straight in the face. I probably should have got a couple of stitches, but it's all good. I'm an old man sort of thing, so I'm not worried about what it looks like. It's going to be a nice little scar. It got me on the nose and in this eye socket there, but it's a little bit tender in that area. But it was an honest mistake when I pulled the trigger. But I'm all about safety, especially with firearms. But you know, it just goes to show that accidents can happen. Sadly, accidents do happen, but yeah, such is life. Life goes on. Mr. Kitty. Huh?
So it wasn't actually mine.
Well, we've been in Mount Isa now for about 5 or 6 hours. We've been to the mechanic shop. He was really good to us. And we met some lovely people down the shop at the bakery and just up from the bakery. Awesome. Nick, if you're watching this, I'm talking about you. You're one of them. And then we went to BCF and I met another lovely lady there at the counter. She was very helpful. And I think I like Mount Isa. It's got a real good vibe about it. Mount Isa's good. It's got every service under the sun here. And the people here, the people that we've met already, are wonderful. There's a real good vibe about it. I like it. And I think we're going to stay here a couple of days. So you never know. We're back into BCF in the morning, get our gas bottles filled up. And we're heading to the Rodeo now to have a look around there. But this concludes today's movie. It's over. Anything else will be on the next 24-hour movie that we make. But yeah, Mount Isa rocks. We like it.